Yes. Igor Mikhailovich, you just said about the reason for dropping the anchors. And I think the answer to the question already becomes a little clearer to our viewers. Well, I will read out the question as follows. What is the reason for such an unusual vitality and stability of magic, which influences the consciousness of people of all eras, from the Paleolithic to our days? The reasons, obviously, lie in some peculiarities of magic, in the very essence of this phenomenon. But what is this essence of this phenomenon? What is magic for a human being?
Magic?
Why is it so resilient at all times? What is its essence? Is it just some kind of a filter?
Well, it's not a filter, no. In fact, magic is a desire for something a human does not need. It's a human's aspiration to get what he doesn't really need. It's just a dictatorship of the beast in human consciousness. That is what magic is. After all, who drives a person to these desires? His consciousness. After all, it tells him that you are miserable, flawed, or something else. But if you perform some ritual now or go to some mage, everything will be fine with you. You will have chances to become better, something else. Again, what is the reason for magic to be so resilient? It is human pridefulness. Because of his aspiration to have more and to seem like someone better than he really is.
By the way, another direction is talismans, charms, some things that a person surrounds himself with,
This is a
but
business.
believes that they will definitely protect him from hacks, jinx.
And again, and where did all this come from? It came from real working science. If we take it, well, we don't need to go too far. Tripilia, yes, the culture. Because there were so many signs.
Yes.
Everything was covered with the Alatra sign on the
Yes.
stove, on the house, and in front of the house. Why? Because it was precisely for, while we consider times 7 or 6,000 years ago, the time when the system was gaining power, when it began to assert itself in this world, after so many years of Lucifer being driven under the rug, he began to crawl out of there. And it was precisely his manifestations in this world that spiritual people began to feel. And knowing and understanding that, and feeling first of all that demons started to appear, they began to shut themselves out with working signs. A working sign is an active sign, and nothing drives a demon away as much as the light. That's why they covered everything with these light-bearing signs,
Even the cities, yes, were in the form of a sign.
housing and everything. And how were the cities even built?
Hollow and round, right?
Yes.
Of course, so that all these evil spirits would bypass them and go away. Well, however, it wasn't magic. This is exactly that draw away the darkness. Well, a candle in the dark is not magic. It's physics.
But what's interesting,
And a working sign is also physics.
but it's interesting that many people, let's assume, say that, oh, I don't believe in magic, for example. Does the fact that a person said that, I don't believe, actually guarantee him a protection from
What?
hacks, say, from jinx, from the influence of third forces on him? Just, I don't believe.
That doesn't guarantee him anything, because it's the demons in his head that say, I don't believe in magic. I do not believe in demons. I do not believe in God. I believe in the mind. But what is the difference? Whatever we call it, the essence will not change. Well, these are just epithets of the same thing. A person doesn't believe in magic, but at the same time, he always wants to, or for example, he always starts instilling in himself that I'm the best, I'm the strongest, right? It's fashionable right now, as they say. Instead of being like this, he starts instilling this in himself, as if by changing his attitude towards himself, by instilling this, he would change. Well, these are again stupidities and mindsets.
How can any person resist the system and magic in everyday life?
Not to betray God, and to live by God's love. To love God, and everything will be fine. There is no better protection from demons, from black magic, than Alatra. In this case, I repeat, Alatra is God's love. Live by it, and then any demons won't be a threat to you, because it is what gives life, and it gives life eternal.